Hey there, YouTube. I'm jumping on today to let you know I'm really enjoying the conversation with the audience, the back and forth that's been going on during the March YouTube push I've been doing. I think it's been, it's fun. I always have fun on the internet, as some people like that about me and some people really don't. But I think it's been good to engage with kind of a different audience than the Instagram crowd. It's just things are a little different on YouTube. The way the platform works is different. And I've been enjoying myself, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback from you guys. I'm like running into people and they're like, "Oh man, it's good what you're doing on YouTube. Do you ever sleep?" and that kind of stuff. And I know that there's a lot of videos that get dropped, and it looks like I'm working very hard, but I just wanted to share with people, I'm not doing that much crazy stuff in terms of work. Really what you're getting is kind of a glimpse at what I do in my daily life. So the clips from the classes, these aren't, curated really. They're not edited at all. It's just a camera and me and just explaining some stuff to a class. I was going to explain that stuff anyway. That was already going to happen. We just videoed it and then put it on YouTube. So it's like, I'm not working extra. It's just, I have to put a mic on and then have someone video me and then swipe it up to YouTube. So that's not a ton of work. The sitting in a chair and answering questions, that's not a ton of work either. It reminds me of my old podcast format. When I started podcasting, I don't remember when this was, maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago, whatever. It was just answering a question that somebody emailed to me. Somebody emailed me a question. I talk about it for, could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, whatever. And it would just go out as a podcast. So it kind of reminds me of that. And I that's not that hard for me. It's not that heavy of a lift. It's okay. But really, like I said, people are kind of getting a glimpse into there's other guys like me that travel and train, but they're just getting a glimpse into what I'm doing. On this trip, the last, couple weeks, I went to Texas and taught with Joel for a while. Some of the segments that I talked about or taught, Joel just videoed them, and I took them and got the video and put it in a queue, and that's sitting on YouTube now, and they'll get dropped, periodically, a little bit at a time. And that'll be good. I've a bunch of answers to questions recorded, and those will get dropped over time too. And then there's like the news of the day, like the drama type stuff with like the Instructor Zero thing. I have a feeling the emergency response tactical guy is going to be getting a similar treatment soon. Anyway, the news of the day stuff is more kind of live and in the moment, but the other stuff is pre-recorded and dropped out. So it's not like it's a ton of work for me. As far as the quality issues with the video and the audio especially, I'm still working on it. I think it's getting better. I think it's getting better. We'll see how the sound turns out on this. I'm not sitting on the beach for no reason. We're going to see how the post-processing in Adobe is on my phone and see how clean the sound is when this goes out. I think there's going to be more of that stuff coming. Now, there's some places I go to I'm not going to have any footage from. I can't show you anything. Can't talk about it, whatever. But a lot of the open enrollment civilian stuff, yeah, I can take clips of it and post that and answer questions about whatever's going on. Upcoming, I've got lots of videos in queue. The audio on some of them is going to be too quiet. It's not all perfect, but it's definitely getting better. Now I'm using a few tools. Like I have a lav mic that I've been using. A lot of guys appreciate the audio quality. I got one of these things. This is like a video, like a camera that tracks me on a tripod. So my camera can track me. So I don't even need a cameraman if I'm out at the range shooting. Oh, that's another thing that makes this easy. I go out to the range and shoot anyway. I don't go to the range to shoot YouTube videos. I go out there, I'm going to practice. If I just take 5 minutes and put the tripod up and shoot a quick video, that's not really that heavy of a lift. So anyway, for you guys that think I'm not sleeping or whatever, it's not quite like that. This stuff is pre-recorded and put in a queue, and it's not like it's that much time. To record a 5-minute video, I think I'm into it for 7 minutes, including the 5-minute recording. So don't worry about that. We'll just keep the conversation going. And I think there's a lot of interesting topics that are going to get discussed in the near future. And I'm making a bunch of changes to my shooting program now. Joel and Juancik and I, we're going to reformat a bunch of stuff, work out some new concepts. I think the next little bit, next 90 days should be pretty interesting in terms of the stuff that we put out. I don't know how we're going to put it out. The more technical stuff will go in training groups. Some of the fun stuff will go on YouTube, but we'll figure it out. But I just want people to know, I think like what we're doing on YouTube here, it's interesting. It's like a lot of people are talking about it. It's driving a lot of conversations, and I think it's a good thing.